Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and today is New Comic Book Day. I wanted to start off with a review, and we are getting to the end of Tom King's run when it comes to Batman. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to James Tynion being on it, but I kind of want to start out this review with a question. I went through this issue, and I'm gonna be totally upfront, like. Within 2 pages, I had tears streaming down. So, I did like this issue, and I tore 82 apart. I thought it was awful. I want to know if it's me as a female that gets so emotional when stuff like this happens, because we see the death of Alfred, obviously, is what I'm talking about. But I don't know if it's just the female in me, because let's be real, feminists, come on. Females are way more emotional. But I'm sitting here crying like, God, this is fucking heartbreaking. Mind you, there are some things I'm going to say that I did not like. There are quite a few things. But, oh man, it was so much better. Like, I feel like Tom King hit or miss. Like, you don't know which one you're gonna get. Obviously, this is Batman 83, I said that, by Tom King. Art is by Mikel Janin. Like, if there's one thing that you can't complain about when it comes to this art, or comes to this issue, it's the art. Anything by Mikel Janin is absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite artists. So, this comic book, unfortunately, doesn't add anything. Like, we're 2 now away. It doesn't add anything to the story. Not only that, but it's called the City of Bane, right, Tom? Like, where's Bane? He's dead. So the main character in this, that's supposedly the villain, is dead. I guess. The arc that it's named for, the villain's already dead. Obviously, we know that's not what the issue is here. It's got nothing to do with Bane at this point. So we open up, and it's this poem, and Batman's waking up at the dinner table, sitting across from Alfred. And it's the Children's Hour, which is a Longfellow poem. And I've read it before. I recognized it right away, you know, the between the dark and the daylight. And that's what it talks about. I'm not going to go through the poem, but it's good, but it's also, like, dark at the same time. So he wakes up and he sees Alfred across the table. And we get this like, he's obviously really upset. Now, most of this comic, I will say, takes place from listening to Alfred's goodbye. So that's going to be the majority of it. And that's where the poem comes from. It was something he used to recite to him as a child. So, I mean, I get it. But, Tom King, use your own words. When you do stuff like this once, twice, 3 times, it's okay. But when you're constantly putting this poetry into your comic books, we saw it a lot in Heroes in Crisis. We've seen it a lot in Batman. It makes you come off mildly pretentious. Like, maybe more than mildly. I don't know. He comes off, okay, not Batman. I mean Tom King. Your pretentious ass is showing through. So we obviously are getting this goodbye here. And I'm not going to go through it all because it's really fucking sad. Really sad. He's talking about his first steps. He's talking about the first time he saw Bruce, toddle along. He's talking about the first time he saw him smile. Like, it gets real dark. Not only that, but he has this thing where he talks about after Martha and Thomas died, he was afraid for a moment that Bruce was going to, even at such a young age, kill himself. So he kept an extra good eye on him. And then he's talking about his smile, right? He saw him smile as a child with his family. He didn't see that smile return when he became Batman. He didn't see that smile return throughout his entire life. He didn't see that smile return until he met Selina, until he was getting ready to get married to Selina. So he's talking about he wants and he believes that smile will return. Batman kind of loses his shit. Like, obviously, I don't blame him. He's kind of like breaking the whole house, throwing things around. Like, he's pissed. Not even pissed. He's brokenhearted, I guess is the best way to put it. And we see this, like, goodbye move forward, and we learn when it is. I mean, it was kind of obvious when it was, but he did tell, Alfred told Bruce at one time that he was okay when it came to Bane. And he is recording this. I'm assuming it's a recording. I guess it doesn't really specify whether it's a recording or it's something that is written down. I'm assuming by the context it's a recording. He's telling him that he wasn't okay. Like, he knew he was going to die, but he told him he was okay because obviously he's not Thomas. He's not his real father, but he's just as much of a father figure as Thomas was, right? So he wanted the best for Bruce. He wanted his plan to go through. He wanted it to work. And then it kind of ends Alfred's little thing here with the end of that poem. But we see this like fucking a man crying is heartbreaking. I don't care what you're crying about. When you see as a female a man crying, you just like, your heart breaks. You just want to hug them and take everything away. Take all their pain. Like, those tears are gut wrenching. Oh, I can't take it. So we're going to talk about something a little different. So Catwoman walks in and she's like, we're ready to go. And we kind of don't know what they're talking about, but he walks through and he sees, all of the Bat family lined up. They're all sitting there talking, or not talking. They're all sitting there waiting. I'm sorry. And we see him walk into the room, and it is Thomas. And it is Psycho Pirate, and it is the ventriloquist. So, the whole Bat family is under Psycho Pirate's control, along with Selena, and he makes it clear. He's like, are you finally finished with this Batman obsession? And he says, I have your family, I have your city, your woman, is that enough for you to finally stop? Is it done? Like Mikkel, a champ. I love the way he looks. He is doing all of this. He is doing all of this as like a weird, like, I'm kind of a good dad thing, but I just killed your dad figure. See, he's doing this because he's been Batman in Flashpoint, right? He's been there. He doesn't want that for Bruce, but yet he goes about it the entire wrong way. I think he goes about it the only way he knows possible. But he tries to get him to stop because he doesn't want that life for him. But he doesn't just like actually talk to him about stopping. He kills people. He puts people under control. Like, he's trying to, like, in a really weird way. I guess the only way I can say it is he's trying to be a good dad, but he's not. He's being an absolute evil person. So he's, Bruce is like, no, no, I'm not. One more time for Alfred, and then they start to fight, and that's the end of it. I do like the introduction of this, I was going to say introduction. What am I talking about? The whole thing has been like an emotional roller coaster. You either hate it or you love it. And most of the time, I am on the side of hating it. But I'll give credit where it's due. This wasn't as bad as it has been. If this were a, like, goodbye one-shot, it would be really good. It would be something that stands the test of time. Saying goodbye to Alfred as a father figure is absolutely devastating. I will never read this again, mind you. It wasn't my favorite thing, but Tom King did a good job with the goodbye. Now he did, like I said, he came off as a little pretentious, but that's okay. We already knew that. Like, we already knew that you use comics to, sound smart and as therapy. But, credit where credit's due. So, I guess so. I'm definitely going to finish out this arc and see where it goes. I don't understand what they're gonna do from here. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We only have a month left, and then we get James Tynion. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know, like I said in the beginning, if it's just me as an emotional woman crying to this comic, or if it was something other people did too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. And I want to give a huge shout out to my Subscribe Star and Patreons. You guys literally make this channel possible. Thank you so much, Sanjuro, Way Else One, BG Torrance, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Grand Smear, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Jeremy Burtz, Mike Buckner, Robert, and Timothy French. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you so much, and make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.